Yes, sir. I'm still think I'm awake. Well, Shaun has got you logged in anyway, unless you're uptown. He'll swing around there and get you here after a while when it gets started.
Good evening, and welcome to the Thursday Night Net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net we call every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 146.460, no PL tone and no offset. My name is Shaun, and my call sign is KE0MAD. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone has any emergency traffic at any time, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. Okay, we had somebody key up. Do they have emergency traffic? All right, I keep getting someone keying up on me. We'll try that again. Does anybody have any emergency traffic? Please call now. All right, hearing none and just hearing a noise toy out there. Our goal at Simplex Net is to reach as far out of the Ozarks listening area as possible, testing the effectiveness of our stations and our antenna systems, radio to radio without the use of a repeater. I'll be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to can check in early by monitoring the OARS Simplex Net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting's at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come and eat, or come at 6 and eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend, and everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, August 12th. This net is now being streamed live on the 59 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound or you missed part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. So I'll begin tonight's net with short time and mobile check-ins only. Short time mobile check-ins, please call now.
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike, correction.
All right, Bob, go for the correction.
August 12th is the picnic at White Park, not at the Happy House. It's August 12th.
So August 12th, we'll be having the picnic at the White Park in Aurora instead of having the normal meeting. Is that correct?
Roger. You weren't there. Yeah, it's the same at the swimming pool area, at the pavilion there at the swimming pool in the White Park.
Okay, so it'll be August 12th will be the club picnic at the White Park in Aurora. So I was just updating my dates is how I got that. All right. Do we have any other mobile or short-time check-ins?
Bring a dish too. The club will furnish the food or the meat and the drinks. Okay, all right.
All right. Do we have any more short-time or mobile check-ins? I doubled with somebody. Who was that? All right. Well, hearing no more mobile or short-time check-ins other than the little bit of a noise toy going on there, we'll go ahead and start taking our net logger check-ins, starting with Wes, AE0OC. How you doing, Wes?
Hello, Shaun, and everybody on the net. Thanks for running it tonight. Also, I was going to mention that the weekend after the picnic, that we will be having the tailgater at White Park also. So the Saturday following the picnic, what is that, the 19th, I think? I believe that's right. Anyway, 7 a.m. and $20 to set up. So, and they'll be serving food there also. So, and bring your own shade canopy because it's going to be hot.
All right. Well, hey, since we got a bunch of amateur radio operators on Simplex here, it sounds like we've got somebody that's trying to play and jam us here. So why doesn't everybody listen out for this noise and everybody point their antennas towards the noise? We'll all triangulate this thing and we'll bust this guy because I'm getting kind of tired of it. So everybody listen out for the noise toy and the guy that's running the noise toy. Anyway, thank you, Wes. And yeah, coming in good. 5-9 over here in Aurora. Now I'm gonna go over to the beam now. I'm gonna try and get Alan over in Carl Junction. So I'm gonna switch over to the beam for just a second. All right, we are on the beam. KC0SNN. Alan, are you copying me?
We've always been looking, but I'm copying everything you're saying now there, over.
All right, very good, Alan. Good to hear you. And there, earlier I forgot I didn't even have the amp turned on, so I was only hitting you with 25 watts.
Roger, roger. Well, yeah, I hear you real good now. So the band's kind of iffy, though. You keep going up and down there, so maybe he was on the ground plane. I don't know what you was on when you talked in there, but yeah, I've got a real good copper on you now.
Yeah, I was on the ground plane just so I could get omnidirectional coverage, but I've got you on the beam, and I've got you 5.5. No problem at all hearing you. I got a little bit of power line noise, but I'm not having any issues at all hearing you.
Roger, that's what I got on you too there. Power line noise too there, but yeah, I copy 100% now, so it makes me feel better that the antennas are working at least a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's working about the same, because I think I could hear you about the same before with the radio, with the antenna pointed at you. So since I haven't had you checked in before on here, I'm going to see if anybody else copies you. Is anybody else maybe you did check in. I don't know. Anybody else copying KC0SNN? Go ahead and give him a signal report.
I can't even hear him. KE0.
Station on 46400, KB0PST.
What was the station on 400?
Yeah, good evening. KB0PST, Ed and Carthage.
You said KB0 Papa Sierra Golf?
Yeah, correct. We've talked before, I think, briefly over on the Aurora repeater. Yeah, it's Ed in Carthage.
Okay, Ed. All right. Well, I got you on our check-in also. Do you want to be short time in and out, or you want me to come back to you?
I'm sorry, I just briefly caught some traffic here. I'll be short time in and out. I wasn't even aware of what you were doing here. I just heard somebody, and it caught me off guard. I'll be monitoring here, KB0PST.
All right. Well, Ed, it's every Thursday night at 8 p.m. we do the OARS, Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. We do a Simplex Net right here on 146.460. So you're welcome anytime to join us. You're number 11 on our check-in list so far. So KB0PSG from KE0MAD. Thanks for checking in.
Yes, sir. You're full quieting here in Carthage. 73 is in good evening. KB0PSG.
All right, 73. All right, Alan, thank you for checking in. Good to hear you. Sounding pretty good. So we're going to move on down the list here, and maybe we can catch you next week.
Roger, Roger. Thanks for picking me up. KC0SNN.
All right, next on our list is Greg, KF0LZX. How you doing, Greg?
Good evening, Shaun. I'm doing pretty good. Just hop in and hop out real quick, so most of the guys won't be able to hear me because I'm on my mobile. But anyway, good day at work and got in a couple hours out in the garage messing around this evening, and that's about all I've got. Like I said, I'm sure not many will be able to hear me, so I'm just here to get checked in and say hi. So I appreciate you running the net, and 73 to whoever can hear me. KF0LZX.
All right, Greg. Yeah, I wish I could have got lunch today with you, but we had a kind of a late meeting, and then we ended up rolling it over into a late lunch. So, oh well, it's just the way things go.
Hey, not a problem, buddy. We'll catch you here in the next week or two. I'll be around. Should be.
All right, Greg. Thanks for checking in. 73 to you. Next on the NetLogger check-in list is Jimmy in Springfield, KE0DGB. How you doing, Jimmy?
Hello, Shaun, and everybody else on the net. I'm doing good, other than the birds making a lot of noise tonight. But other than that, I've just been staying around the house and trying to keep cool. That air conditioner just keeps on running. Back to you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think mine's ran solid just about all day long, maybe a couple of breaks in there. Here about 10 o'clock, it'll kick off and probably won't come back on for a few hours. Yeah, Jimmy, I can hear the Roger birds in the background. Sounding good. 5-7 in Aurora. 7-3, thanks for checking in, Jimmy.
Thank you, Shaun.
All right, next on NetLogger check-in list is David. He says his antenna is lowered, so we'll see how we hear him on the Omni. We may just flip over to the beam if I'm having a rough time. So we'll just try it. KE6GAE, Dave in Rogersville. How you doing?
KE0MAD. This is KE6GAE. I don't know how well I'm getting in, so I'll give a break to see how I'm working.
You're making it just fine. No problem at all.
That tells me them GP9s and LMR 400, they just work. Because yeah, my antenna is only about 11 foot right now. We're doing pretty good. Ready for this week to be over. Kind of slowed down a little bit at work today, so I was able to relax a little bit tonight. Other than that, I'm just trying to stay cool. Thanks for running this, Shaun, and we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
All right, Dave. Yeah, you're about you're a 5.4 4S units with there's no preamp, so yeah, that's pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Dave, thanks for checking in, and we'll move on down to KB0OU down there in Exeter. How you doing?
Yeah, KE0MAD. Good evening, Shaun, and everybody else on the net. This is KB0U, just a half mile north of the great city of Exeter. And Shaun, I've got U60 over S9 with my preamp on. That's the TE Systems 1452G. And I'm running about 200 watts to my GP9. That the base of the antenna is about 1,560 feet. And I'm hearing everybody but Alan, KC0SNN, and I can hear some noise from him, and a couple of times I could try to almost make out what he was saying. But I'm hearing everybody so far really well. Back to you, KB0U.
All right, John. Yeah, you're coming in. I've got the preamp on the 9700 here. You're about a 20 over 9. So great signal there. I know you're probably about 10 over 9 with it off. All right, John. Thanks for checking in, and 7-3. Hopefully we can catch you next week. We're gonna move on down to KE0RHA, Richard in Mount Vernon. How you doing, Richard?
Oh, we're doing pretty good out here, trying to stay out of the heat. We got a little bit of rain last night. I don't know how much, but we got about 4 inches of thunder, so I don't know if that's good or not, but at least we got a little bit of rain out of it.
Yeah, we had just a little more than 6. I think we had 0.69 is what it said when I got home. So almost 3/4, but not quite. So it was definitely needed. Now that means I'll just have to mow the yard this weekend. I was kind of looking forward to letting it sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, my yard was getting pretty brown, but it looks like I may have to cut grass this weekend too. So anyway, that's about all I've got. 7-3 is everybody out there at the net, KB0RHA.
All right, Rich. Thanks for checking in. And I'm going to go ahead and move on down to Bob, KA0RM. I know he checked in earlier, but I think he was just trying to correct something. So I think he may want to check in again. KA0RM, Bob, how you doing?
Doing good. I still can't hear them weathers out there in the distance. I don't even know what direction they are to turn the beam on them, but we're doing good. Marvin and Bunch was over here tonight, and we fired the grill up out there and made fajitas, and boy, they're good. And we're just kind of chilling out there now. Everybody's sounding pretty good, I can hear. Down there in Exeter, you're sounding good there. And Richard and Jimmy up there with all the birds, sounding pretty good. Wasn't quite as hot today as it was, but pretty muggy. We got 3/4, no, half inch. Shaun got 3/4. We got a half inch of rain here out of all that last night. Wasn't much excitement. There wasn't thunder and lightning. Sure wasn't much. A little bit of rumbling in the distance, but I never heard any big lightning. That's about it, Shaun. We're finishing up the flyer here for the tailgate and the Ham Fest for 24. So, KA0RM.
All right, Bob. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, it was a fairly rough copy on Alan over there. But once I got the beam and the preamp, I mean, he just come right in there clear. A little, like I said, a little bit of power line noise because I got a little bit down to the west of me, but wasn't bad. All right, looks like next on the list is a November 1 Fox Romeo Zulu, which may be an accidental check-in, not sure, but let's see, it says Ozark, so maybe that's right. November 1 Fox Radio Zulu, looks like Ron or Ronald in Ozark. We'll give that a try.
Hey, thank you, Shaun, for running the net. Yes, this is Ron, N1FRZ in Ozark. I usually chat with David Harris. He's been telling me I should get on the radio more, so this is my attempt. How's my signal tonight?
Oh, your signal's great. About a 5 and 7, 5.6, 5.7, no preamp, and a 5.9 with the preamp.
Very good. Thanks for the signal report. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, Ron. What we usually do when we get a new check-in, we'll kind of open a round table so people can shoot some signal reports towards you, so you can kind of get an idea of who's hearing you and who's actually out there tonight. So I'll open it up for signal reports for N1FRZ in Ozark.
A little rough, but copyable in Miller, AE0OC.
K0WRU, he was just catching bits and pieces in Golden City.
He's about a 5x5 in Mount Vernon, low modulation, but sounding good.
All right, Roger's good, but Ron, you were still probably about a 5.4, but I think part of that is because my antenna's lowered.
5.7 Springfield.
5-7 Republic.
All right, Ron, you had quite a few of them in there. I think they pretty much just about our entire listening area tonight, just about from end to end, heard you. So thanks for checking in, and hopefully you can make it next week on the net. And remember, we also have a Tuesday night net, if you can make it, on 146.970, 162.2 tone. More than welcome to join us there too. So I say 7-3 to you, and thanks for checking in. We're going to move on down to N2 SAW, Stephen in Springfield. How you doing?
Oh, doing well tonight. This is N2 SAW, Stephen in Springfield. Wanted to get checked into the net. Hopefully this weekend I can get my my GP9 up higher. I have to get mine up higher than KE6 GAEs, so it's kind of a race to the top to see who can get theirs up the highest. So I have a 45-foot telescoping fiberglass mast that I'm going to use. I ordered it in the winter from DX Engineering, and it took many months to get here. I got it all painted up, ready to go. Just have to measure out all my guy lines, and hopefully can get that done this weekend. Because I want to see what the extra, I think extra 15, 17 feet or so up will do. But Dave, you're sounding better than ever. I got you at a 5.5 in Springfield with your 11-foot tiny GP9. So I just want to go ahead and send it back to net. This is N2 SAW.
All right, Steve. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Yeah, you're 5'8", sometimes 5'9", kind of bouncing back and forth there a little bit. Great signal tonight. All right, 7-3, and we are at the bottom of our list, so we will take over-the-air check-ins. Do we have any over-the-air check-ins? Please call now.
Kilo Echo Zero, Whiskey Romeo Uniform, Robert in Golden City.
KE0LTG Aurora.
N0MLP Aurora.
KE0LAF Republic.
Okay, there was one that was in there with Bob. There was the very first one that checked in, got covered up by Bob. So the one that very first checked in when I called for check-ins. Try it again, please.
So Echo Zero, Fox X-Ray Victor.
Okay, I got Kilo Echo Zero, Fox X-Ray Victor. Okay, we'll go ahead. We got 5 of them there. We'll go up to the top, which is KE0WRU, Bob in Golden City. How are you doing, Bob?
Doing warm. Made hay today, and the air conditioner and the tractor was kind of iffy working, but that's all right. It'll be cold in winter for long, and so it's okay. I can handle this. Most everybody's coming in good. I've been listing everybody, and Alan and I were having trouble trying to figure out why this antenna's not working right. I don't know what the deal is. Must be an obstruction there. I guess that's about all I got for the net. Thank you for running her there, Shaun. I'll hand it back to you. KE0WRU.
All right, Bob. Thank you for checking in. Good signal as usual, 5.9. And I don't know. There could be something as simple as just like a line of sight obstruction. It's just not working this direction. May not be anything wrong with it. So you just never know. All right. Thanks for checking in. Next on the list is KE0LTG. Lawrence, how you doing?
Well, doing well. I put a 200-watt linear on tonight. Maybe a little later I can get a signal check on if the signal's better than it has been in the past. Anyway, I powered it up and hooked it up, so hopefully the linear will be clear and still be helping with the signal. But I had a pretty good day today. Been spending time under the air conditioner, and thought, well, I'd like to call in tonight, see if the linear will make a difference. So this is KE0LTG. Back to you.
All right, Lawrence. Well, I can definitely tell you it's not hurting your audio at all. It sounds good, crystal clear, and I've got a 50 over S9, no preamp. And so I'll go ahead and I'm going to take a standby and let you get some signal reports since you made a substantial change to your station there. So this KE0MAD taking a standby for signal reports for KE0LTG.
Absolutely. Full quieting in Miller.
5 by 9, full quiet in Mount Vernon.
Everything was very readable, just a little bit of scratch.
5 by 4 in Republic. 5-9 at Exeter, KB0U.
5-9 in Golden City, very clear, very distinct.
Springfield.
Well, Lawrence, it sounds like that thing's doing pretty good for you, so I think you got a winner there. All right. That's pretty well around the whole area, so it sounds great to me. If there was any noise, I'd hear it because I got 50 over S9 of you. All right, Lawrence, 7-3. This is KE0MAD, and I'm going to move on down to N0MLP. How you doing, Marvin?
Doing good, Shaun. Appreciate you running the net. Everybody's sounding good out there. Lawrence definitely sounded good over here. That thing was nice and clear, so I think it's going to do wonders. But yeah, just glad to get check in here. Just hanging out over here at Bob's, and I don't know why, but you know, somehow or another we end up down here. But anyway, I'll go ahead and say 73s to you. Appreciate you running the net, and good to hear everybody out there. And we'll talk to everybody later.
All right, Marvin. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment. That's what that is. All right, 7-3. Next on the list is K0LAF. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening, Shaun, and the rest of the net. It's K0LAF. Oh, we're doing real good. Trying to stay cool like everybody else. Been working on my spare lawnmower, trying to get it up where it can be used as a backup for up at my ex-in-law's house. And other than that, not a whole lot going on. Got 0.3 of an inch of rain last night, so not quite as much as you got down there in Aurora. I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Back to you, Shaun. It's K0LAF.
All right, thanks for checking in. Yeah, you're coming in good as usual. 5-9 over here in Aurora. Anyway, we can catch you next week. Again, thanks for checking in. This is KE0MAD, and I'm going to move down to KE0 Fox X-Ray Victor, which is Rob in Stratford, I think it was. Well, I think you were past Stratford or north of Stratford. How you doing this evening?
Doing all right. In the mobile there, the seems to be a little scratchy coming into the northeast part of Springfield there, so everybody sounding good. I want to wave a hand over there to Charlie. It's been a while since I've heard him. Hope he's doing well. And, we got 2.5 inches of rain yesterday. First rain we've had in over 3 weeks, so that was well appreciated. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Net Control. Appreciate it. KE0FAC 73.
All right, did you say you were a Mobile right now?
QSL.
Well, you're doing pretty good. I turned the beam on you and pointed at you, so you're probably hearing me a little better. I got you in there better. 5 and 5, no preamp, so no problem at all hearing you in the Mobile there. All right, 7-3. Thanks for checking in, Rob. Good to hear you again. That's going to open us up at the bottom of the list for more check-ins. So if we have any more check-ins, please call now. If we have any more check-ins that'd like to check in on the Thursday night Simplex Net, please call now. All right, not hearing none. I'm going to go ahead and start rotating this thing around. Right now it's pointed at Springfield. Do we have anybody over towards Springfield direction that would like to check in on the Thursday night Simplex Net? Please call now. All right, hearing none, I'm going to rotate up towards Stockton Lake, see if I can get maybe Jimmy up there. All right, this is KE0MAD with Thursday night OARS Simplex Net, pointing north and west just a little bit, seeing if I can get AA0JB or anybody up to the north that can hear me. Please call now. One more call to the north. Anybody like to check in? All right, we're pointed towards Carthage right now and a little north of Joplin. Anybody like to check into the 146.46 Simplex Net? Call now. All right, here none. We're pointed southwest down into Rogers and Springdale. Anybody down around Rogers and Springdale that'd like to check in, please call KE0MAD. All right, here none. I'm back on the omnidirectional. I'm going to take one last call for check-ins, and we'll close the net. This is KE0MAD. Please call for any final check-ins. Was anybody able to copy that station?
K0WRU, I never heard him.
Well, let's try south. Is he south? Is there a station out there trying to call? Well, I heard somebody trying to check in there. If you can, go ahead and give it a try again. It's a pretty hard copy. I don't know where to point, or I'd point the beam at you. This is KE0MAD. I'm going to guess he's got to be to the west somewhere, because none of you guys over in Springfield saying you're hearing him, so he's got to be over to the west or southwest or northwest. We're pointed straight south right now. Let's see, is anybody straight south can hear me?
KB0, I think you said he's southeast of you.
Oh, southeast. Okay, let's run it around to the southeast. Should be coming around the mountain, if you know what I mean. We got to go the whole way around. All right, this is KE0MAD with Thursday night OARS Simplex Net, pointing to the southeast. Let's see if maybe we can pick that station up. Call now.
Hey, I'm getting you a lot better. This is Paul, KD0, EOA, in Cape Fear.
All right, Paul, we got you that time. Yeah, it helped a lot better to have the beam pointed in the right direction. I've got you a good copy now, 5.5 to 5.7. With the preamp, but good and clear audio. How you doing?
Well, there's still some static. I don't really have a meter. It's got one of them bar things, but I'm getting 3 to 4 bars on you. I've been hearing you for a while. A lot of jumping in and out. My antenna is fixed right now. I don't have a rotator.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got it pointed right at you, and I'll just remember from now on when I do the net, I'll start to the southeast a little bit so we can pick you up on the first go around with the beam.
Okay, well, that'll work too. Maybe if I get off my posterior here, I can go ahead and order a little rotator. It's just a small 3 or 4 element beam, arrow antennas.
All right. Yeah, they work pretty good, especially if you can rotate them. All right, yeah. Well, usually what I do when I do the net, I start out on the omnidirectional. We take all the net logger check-ins, and then the ones that I know are on the fringe, as soon as we're done with the net logger check-ins, I usually start, east, because we haven't had a lot of people checking into the southeast, so we usually start east and work our way all the way back around, over towards Rogers, circling around counterclockwise there. But since I know you're down there and you've checked in, I'll start to the southeast, and I'll work my way around from there next time. So it sounded like John heard you in there a little bit. Does anybody else copy Paul down in Cape Fair? No, doesn't sound like it. Yeah, you just gonna have to get that antenna rotating a little bit. All right, Paul, thank you for checking in. I think you rounded us out there to 18. I think that's probably all we're going to end up having. So thank you again for checking in, and I hope we can hear you next week. This is KE0MAD. I'm still pointing to the southeast. We'll take one last chance. Anybody to the southeast?
$73, KD0 EOA.
All right, 7-3. Thanks again. All right, this is KE0MAD on the omnidirectional, and I'm going to close the net out if we have no more check-ins. All right, here none. We had 18 check-ins tonight. I thank everybody for checking in, and we picked up 2 new check-ins tonight, so that was awesome. This is KE0MAD, and I'm going to close the net. I'll return the frequency to normal amateur use. 7-3, y'all.